Hey guys, it's me, Meteor'z. Here we are back to Kirby 64, gonna be finishing up Rockstar. We had some kind of desert, ruins, then we get to two cool levels this way here. We have a sandscape, which you kind of see here. It's dropping down sand, you see the light kind of reflecting on it, kind of shine and sparkles in places. Over here you get some shortcakes, so that's nice. And you notice I got stone already, because I realized I didn't have it last time, so I went back into level myself and get it. Which is fine, you probably want stone anyway, considering these stupid skull bat things just kind of annoy you. And you can just run past them and just ignore them completely. Of course, you can't go up that when you're in stone. Could kind of roll slightly, but not recommended. Aha. Come on, got it. Now, you're gonna get to a point where you need stone very short. Oh, I didn't even roll down there, that's no fun. It's just kind of satisfying. You kill like 3 enemies in one go, kind of fun. Now, you break the stone right there. And make sure you kill this little bone guy right down there. And of course, there's a crystal shard for you to grab right for the taking. Neat. I also gotta say, I kind of find it funny how Ribbon looks when she grabs a crystal shard. It's like that one Twitter account that I see, low poly animals, except basically they're low poly things that they use to try and minimize space, but it's usually so quick or out of the picture where you don't notice it, just kind of there to add effect. Whereas Ribbon's just so quick when she comes in there, she looks kind of like a small little doll. It's kind of funny. I don't know, it's weird. Down over this way, you'll see a place with 2 stars. Nothing. If you go on this, nothing happens. You can't go down there. I don't think you can. You are, however, supposed to go down this. Whee! And you'll see 2 holes there. One leading down to another, another leading to another spot. I forget which one specifically need to go down. It has to be the one with the mini boss. So is this the right one with the mini boss? It is not. So just float right back up. And then go down the other hole. Oh, let's get rid of my stone. Oh, right, that works too. That was probably a cooler way of doing it. Either way, we have one of those weird fish things. Skeletal fish. I should take the time to learn the names of every enemy in this game, but whatever. Either way, once you defeat the mini boss, just go down this hole. And hey look, you land on the other side now where the crystal shard is. How nice. Isn't that useful? So sure, you can skip a mini boss by going down the wrong one, but you also miss the crystal shard. Definitely not a good trade-off either way. Over this way, I believe there's a small little star. Yay, 1 star. Only about, what do you need, like 19 stars or 20 stars total? You got some fish out of water. Technically this fish isn't water, just not enough water. Chili! Hey, we got ice. Ice is kind of neat. And we have some nice little ant lions down there. Trying to think of the proper name of the animal itself. Yeah, that ice is kind of iffy in its effectiveness, but what can you do? And let's just go down this way. Technically, that's all we can do. What's up with all these fish, like, out of water? How do they get there? Why are they there? I think I see more fish out of water than fish in water, which is interesting. I mean, I guess like a goldfish situation where you just kind of hop out, not realizing that there's no water anywhere else. Kind of a shame when you see... I'm not going to get into that right now. But if you ever had a pet goldfish or some kind of fish, you might know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I really like the aesthetics of this. The way there are holes and you go underneath in the water to a new spot. I really like that about Kirby 64, how you can just enter areas without entering doors. It all just seems so seamless. It's something I really miss. I want to see in modern Kirby games again, because Return to Dreamland and stuff, like, those are cool with the modern Kirby, but it definitely doesn't feel as fluid. It just seems like each place, like, it's its own thing. Like here you can feel you're going deeper in the water. It seems like things are gonna happen. It's like you don't know where you're going. It's neat. It just feels interesting. The little caverns, you go in this way. Of course, you pretty much just want to follow the stars. If you don't, you're gonna follow death. Don't want to follow death. Death is bad. You have to start over again. I think in the same spot. I think they're like checkpoints, as with any Kirby game. But either way, eventually, I was gonna say you're gonna start seeing things fall, but I guess you're gonna get hit by those little things first. Ooh, one thing I should show off about those. Let me inhale one of those real quick. You can inhale underwater. Come on, is there any spot for me to swallow this? Wait, I didn't want to swallow it. What am I doing? No. Anyway, here, if you hold it up above you, you can shoot off like your little torpedo thing. This is useful for one boss in the game if you want to save yourself some time. I guess if you're trying to go no abilities, I guess it doesn't really matter much, but this is definitely a very effective way of taking out one certain boss in the future, but I might as well just show it off right now. It's kind of neat. Although it's clearly affecting me to do worse than usual, considering I'm very low in health. I have 1 health left. Either way, you want to make sure... Oh. Alright. Just killed it. There is 1 crystal shard all the way up here, so don't miss it. Huh. I didn't die. That's cool. I was almost expecting to completely. But I didn't, so I guess that doesn't matter. Let's grab this little card over here. Can I reach it? Whee! Yep, got it. If you get a duplicate, Kirby you hear like a weird buzzer, and Kirby looks down and cries. Poor Kirby. I think we don't have to worry about that for a while. Oh, but I have to worry about my health. You know, I'll just kill myself. Oh, or not. In fact, I kind of needed that missile too. That's probably a bad idea. Funny, when I want to kill myself, I can't kill myself. Ah, here we go, perfect. Either way, alright. You see a cool little pyramid there in the background that's kind of floating up. Kind of a cool little aesthetic. Doesn't have the weird markings on it like that one in the background we saw earlier, but maybe there's just platform limitations. Most likely. Either way, make sure you grab a bomb before you enter this UFO area. It is very important because you're not going to be able to catch it any other place. So anyway, let's move up. Wait for it. And then you have a cool little spaceship area. See, I like the way this effect looks with all the shots in different areas kind of shooting at you. It makes it feel like it's like a 3D plane almost that you're rocking on, but it's still only 2D. You're still moving back and forth, but it just feels like you're on a 3D platform moving up in an elevator. It's so cool. I don't know. It's just, I really miss things like that. Like Kirby 64 really was nice and like ahead of its time in that regard, but they just I mean, like I said before, I love Return to Dreamland and like modern Kirby in general to a point, but you look back at some of the stuff this game did on the 64 and it's like, why don't they do that now? I don't understand. I mean, I understand Kirby GCN was going to be kind of the same way as Kirby 64 in the art style and everything, but then they didn't. I don't know. Who knows? I have no idea what the next Kirby game is going to be like. I'm really looking forward to seeing anything about it. But, you know, whatever. Not that only because it'll, you know, definitely help out my channel a lot. Anyway, make sure, do not lose your bomb. You want to combine it with electricity. So that way, when you use that, your little light bulb, which is very useful for this next spot here. It's very dark. You can't see anything. You see Adeline looking at something. But hey, look at that. Fish, cloud, moon. It changes every time. It's not like, oh, I know the pattern, I don't have to worry about this. No, it randomizes, and you have to know what it is. So fish, cloud, moon. So here, you see this, you want to see the fish. There's the fish, duck down, cloud, and then moon. And then you hear a little crystal shard appear right there. If you don't have bomb and electricity, well, you're out of luck. Deal with it. And this doesn't really affect us, or the ability doesn't really do much besides just lighting up things. Now, there's an easy way to just kind of go past this entire section like this, but it's not as fun. Technically, I think it's like you go up there, you can just float all the way to the top, and then it's like, hey, look, you're done. And you just float up again, and that's pretty much it. But I'm gonna do it the normal way. Whee! I will grab electric. I didn't show off 2 electric yet. Ah, dang. No! Oh, come on. Aha! No! I just want to. I didn't even show off 2 spark yet. Oh, cool. Hold on. Let me show that. Look at that. Neat. No. 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 You know what? I give up. No, I don't give up. It's a matter of principle now, darn it. I will not stop till I get this. There we go. Yay! Now that was worth it. Look at that range. That is powerful. Powerful stuff. Too bad I can't work like Sonic's magnetic electric orb thing. Where you kind of like inhale others' stuff. But whatever. Now this is interesting. Basically, this mini boss can only be hurt. Oh, never mind. I was wrong. I was gonna say it can only be hurt when it opens itself, but I was also okay. That was. I need to look at that again because that looks like a really weird hitbox. I could just blame myself for being a terrible player. It's all good. Wait for it. Probably the hardest mini boss we fought so far. Not really saying too much, but yay! Also, mini bosses are not a part of the boss rush either. And I think that's every mini boss, or I think that's every crystal shard in this level, if I'm not mistaken. Eventually you'll see little spark things go on the lines, so be careful when you're climbing. They spawn very quickly. And that's it. Just wait for that. Aw, see? If you miss it, he just cries. What a failure. And finally, we have the boss of this area, Pix. Kind of a unique boss, and one that was brought back sort of, kind of, not really in Robobot. Basically, it's based off of RGB LEDs because, well, pixels, and they all based off the same light spectrum when it comes to computers. Everything's on RGB, like like every computer part of my computer, but that's a different kind of RGB. Well, I guess not really, but it's not RGB for a monitor. Like, it's not a pixel, but it's still also RGB. Either way, you can't really do much here. You're just pretty much just dodging. That's all they're doing. And if you notice, once they add each pixel, each color, they can do a whole different attack pattern. And they could also flip back the opposite direction. Ow. I thought got a little too close for comfort there. That was my fault. And then finally, you face someone. Do not stand on those big platforms. You're gonna stand on the small little ones like this. The reason being is that the ammo spawns there. Now here, the enemies picks takes more damage, getting hit by the same color as anything else. Here, I'm kind of out of options to grab health safely, but let me grab that blue one, and aw, dang. Alright, that's fine. See, if you use the same color, they only require 2 hits. If you use a different color, they require 3. Come on. And of course, once they're translucent like that, you can't be hurt by them, period. They're just kind of there. See, look, you can just phase through them. So once it's down to 1, it's just completely easy to take down. Aw, come on. And there we are. And that is Pix. Not a very hard boss, but still kind of cool. Kind of cool that was kind of upset that he didn't have a... I'm not going to get into that rant right now. In fact, I ranted about that before, if you look at my Meteor Storms things, but whatever. And now they're straight into the desert, just walking. Where's Kirby? I love the way DD just shrugs, like, whatever. It's... Can Kirby really starve? I mean, doesn't he have like a black hole for a stomach? I mean, I guess it's really easy to get hungry in that case, but it definitely helps when you have a friend who could legitimately create and synthesize food by painting it. That is definitely helpful. You can never have to worry about ever starving or ever going hungry. Man, that'd be nice. Either way, the Crystal Shard has spoken. It's time to continue on to water. Aw, poor Kirby lost his strawberry shortcake again. Probably why Kirby gets so mad that he loses his strawberry shortcake. He can never have it in time. He always gets dragged away before he can finally eat it. Oh well, at least he took a bite of it that time. Anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. So next time on Kirby 64 and the Crystal Shards, we'll be starting level 3, Aqua Star. See you guys next time.